Hi, welcome to PEC News. Let's listen to EFF reaction for Sona 2025. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your opinion and comments are really appreciated. Thank you. See you next time.
As the Progressive Caucus, are you hopeful that the president will give a proper direction for the country going into this year?
We wouldn't be amazed if he fails to do that because he's failed in all his previous Sonas. There's nothing that has been implemented since his first Sona.
But as the EFF, will you be participating in this sitting tonight?
Well, you'll have to wait for tonight. But however, we are looking forward to hear what he's saying because society out there is waiting to find out a direction to this Sona because in the previous Sonas, nothing has been done.
So is there a strategy going into this sitting?
You'll have to wait for us to reveal that.
Lastly, in issues of infrastructure development, industrializations, those are issues that we've spoken quite strongly about as the party. What kind of message or advice would you give to the president in terms of ensuring that there is economic growth as well as job creation?
Well, he needs to prioritize infrastructure development, especially that now you see there are programs such as the PIDA, which seeks to unify the African continent when it comes to infrastructure. We cannot do that if we do not prioritize South African infrastructure, which is going to create a lot of massive job creation. As you can see, there's so much youth that is sitting idling without work, and industrialization will be the one that will create work, especially in South Africa. Since the 1994 regime, there has been no industrialization. Factories are shutting down. We're exporting more than we are importing raw materials. So we really need to look into industrialization and infrastructure development, especially when it comes to, you see the students now which have graduated, they qualify for university, but there's no universities to take them in. They are full, and it's either they are blocked because they owe student debt.
Lastly, on party matters, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, is he still a member of the party?
Well, unfortunately, I'm a spokesperson of the Economic Freedom Fighters, not of Mbuyiseni Ndlozi.
But is he still a member? I am
not the custodian of the membership. That is the Secretary General's position.
All right, I'll leave it at that. Thembi Msane, she is speaking for the economic.
I think there's been a lot of mythology around the GNU's capacity to build investor confidence and ensure confidence and stability in terms of policy, and none of that has come to fruition. The economy has been growing stagnantly. There's been massive job losses. The manufacturing industry, about 16,000 jobs. Business services sector, about 14,000 jobs. Transport and mining, 7,000 jobs each have been lost in the second quarter of 2024 under the GNU government. And of course, at ArcelorMittal, the steel industry is expected to cut 3,500 jobs. So there's been a lot of optimism that has not translated itself to practical reality and objective reality. And we want to hear what are the real practical things that have changed since the GNU has taken power. We've heard a lot of sentimentality, we've heard a lot about hope, we've heard a lot about unity, but that doesn't translate into changing everyday lives of people. So it's more of the same, I think, and I think it's going to continue with the trajectory of a Sona of promises without following up on the promises made the previous years. I think the United States of America has utilized legislation, particularly the Expropriation Act, to scapegoat something they wanted to do for a very long time, which is punish us for our position in terms of what happened in Israel and Palestine. That is the reality of it. I mean, the Expropriation Act is not a fundamental departure from what the Constitution allows already. There's nothing that is going to happen. There's no confiscation of land that has happened. And it's a cosmetic thing. But they needed a foreign policy issue to punish us for what we have taken a stance of in terms of isolating Israel diplomatically, expelling their embassy and taking them to the International Court of Justice. And I think they are going to continue to want to impose some forms of sanctions, thus using myths like a white genocide, like confiscation of land. But really, fundamentally, they are doing retribution on behalf of Israel for our posture against them, and we mustn't relent, and we must be able to read that for what it is.